Chelsea have just received a major boost in their pursuit of Xavi Simons, as the Dutch midfielder has removed all references to RB Leipzig from his social media bio. The move is being seen as a clear signal that Simons wants a transfer to Stamford Bridge. At the moment, his bio only mentions that he's a UNICEF ambassador and sponsored by Puma. On top of that, Simons has started following several Chelsea players on Instagram, including Levi Colwill, Romeo Lavia, and Liam Delap, sparking speculation among fans that the deal is close to being done. Chelsea have reportedly reached a verbal agreement with Simons, but they still need to offload some players before finalizing the move. The reported transfer fee is around £60 million. Not a huge sum for Chelsea's bottomless budget, and certainly not a hurdle when you consider Simons' potential. For a young, versatile player entering the prime of his career, that price feels completely justified. The West London club is aiming to build a squad that's not only deep and youthful, but also mature enough to compete at the highest level. They want at least 9 players who can play in attacking roles, a strategy that demands tactical flexibility and individual adaptability. Simons offers exactly that. He can play as a classic number 10, drift to the left wing, or even operate on the right if needed. His ability to slot seamlessly into multiple positions is a major asset, made possible by his intelligent style of play and a level of tactical discipline rarely seen in a 22-year-old. Despite his age, Xavi Simons is far from raw. He was once the brightest gem in Barcelona's La Masia academy. He then moved to Paris Saint-Germain to continue his development and truly came of age at Leipzig. With 44 goals in 76 appearances, Simons has proven himself to be both a goal-scoring midfielder and a playmaker capable of making a difference at any moment. He's also closing in on 30 caps for the Netherlands. No small feat in a national team packed with talent like the Orange. Simons' arrival at Chelsea is being seen as a symbol of a new approach to transfers under manager Enzo Maresca. Instead of signing raw talents who still need years of development, Maresca appears to be targeting young players who are already ready, players who can contribute immediately and help the team through this transitional phase. It's no coincidence that after winning the Club World Cup, European media have started talking more seriously about Chelsea as an emerging force. In that context, Simons is viewed as a strategic piece. Coach Maresca needs a top-level attacker to lead the front line and open up more tactical options. With João Felix off to Saudi Arabia and Nkunku also set to leave, while Enzo Fernandez fits better as a deep-lying number 8, Simons could be the perfect piece of the puzzle. He could play just behind the striker or swap positions fluidly with Cole Palmer, creating an attacking system that's almost impossible to predict. Some have raised concerns that Simons' arrival could overlap with Cole Palmer's role, the man who just had a breakout season and has become Chelsea's main attacking spark. But in reality, the opposite might be true. Simons could very well be the catalyst that helps Palmer reach even greater heights. Last season, Palmer was at his best when operating on the right flank, a position that gave him space, time, and the freedom to cut inside and create. If Simons plays as a number 10 or drifts to the left, it could allow Palmer to continue owning that familiar space while easing the creative burden he's had to carry alone. The Club World Cup final against PSG was the clearest example of this dynamic. Palmer played off the right and was instrumental in all 3 goals that secured Chelsea's title. Now imagine Simons behind him, opening spaces, playing precise passes and unlocking defenses. That kind of support could make Chelsea's front line more dangerous than ever. With new central forwards like Liam Delap and Esteban Pedro already in the squad, and Nicholas Jackson possibly staying, adding a creative force like Simons feels like the perfect fit. Chelsea have, at times, struggled to score simply because they lacked that decisive spark from midfield. Now, with a player like Simons, blessed with vision and sharp footballing intelligence, the strikers will finally have a reliable supply line. We also can't ignore the other options on the wings, like Neto or Gittins. If Chelsea end up fielding a trio of Simons, Palmer, and one of those 2 behind the striker, then Enzo Maresca's high-pressing, fast-paced, creative style could truly take off. And that's crucial, because if the Blues want to compete in the Premier League, consistency is everything, especially against dominant forces like Manchester City and now, increasingly, Liverpool. As mentioned, Simons can naturally and effectively play in multiple positions. He's not the kind of player confined to a single role. It's his fluidity and tactical adaptability that make him such a dangerous weapon. One area to really watch is the left wing, a space where Simons can fully express his individual qualities, pace, dribbling, and sharpness in one-on-one situations. Right now, Chelsea have Jamie Bino-Gittins, Tyreek George, and Mykhailo Mudryk available for that role, but each of them comes with question marks. Mudryk is currently suspended. George is still too young to feature regularly in the Premier League, and Gittins is more of an old-school winger, someone who prefers hugging the touchline rather than cutting inside. In contrast, Simons is a hybrid player, someone who can both stretch wide and drift inside like a false 10, pulling defenders out of position and creating space for others to exploit. In Maresca's system, where every player is expected to move constantly, rotate positions, and combine fluidly, this is exactly the type of profile he needs. Notably, Simons also played on the right wing during his time at Leipzig, the same position where Palmer thrived. This opens up plenty of rotation options without compromising the overall balance of the team. Simons also brings with him a razor-sharp skill set. He's capable of receiving the ball with his back to goal, spinning in a single motion, and opening up attacking space with just one touch. It's a skill rarely found in young players. Combined with his winger instincts, Simons glides past defenders, drives through lines with both strength and speed, and delivers passes with exceptional accuracy. His all-around game makes him especially effective in tight spaces, a common feature in both the Bundesliga and the Premier League. His tally of 21 goals and 21 assists in 76 appearances for Leipzig is the clearest evidence of his dual-threat nature, equal parts creator and finisher. It also shows he's not tied to any single role or function on the pitch. What truly sets Xavi Simons apart, though, is that he's not just a flair player. Tactically, he's a warrior, relentless in his pressing, always tracking back to help defensively, and working tirelessly for the full 90 minutes. That's a rare quality in technically gifted youngsters who are often seen as too artistic and lacking grit. Simons combines both, flair and fight. Another reason why Simons fits Chelsea so well is his ability to draw fouls. In the 2023-24 season, he was the second most fouled player in the Bundesliga with 73 fouls won, just behind Omar Marmoush. That says a lot. Defenders constantly have to foul him to stop him, turning him into a foul magnet and giving his team plenty of chances from set pieces. For a side like Chelsea, packed with players who are dangerous in the air or from distance, having someone who can regularly earn fouls in dangerous areas is a massive asset. All of this explains why Chelsea have identified Simons as a priority and why they're ready to invest heavily to bring him in the moment the opportunity arises. This is a signing for the here and now, to strengthen squad depth, add tactical variety, and, above all, to build a team that is strong enough, hungry enough, and flexible enough to fight for silverware in the 2025-26 season.